Hey everybody, it's Dana. Welcome back. As you can hear by my voice, I'm still battling a cold, but I'm going to share with you one more card that I'm going to do using this beautiful Lawn Fawn nitpicky paper. And I'm showing you again how to pull out that holiday paper to make some really quick and easy last minute holiday cards. So I'm going to pull out this gorgeous red paper. I love this paper. And I'm going to grab two dies. These are the Stitch Stack dies from My Favorite Things, and I'm going to place these two together. Now usually you can get a frame out of this, but I'm going to use these two together to do a quick inlay technique. So I'm going to grab some washi tape and I'm going to tape the two of my frames together. And this way, when I put them back on a card, they're going to lay perfectly back into each other. So now since that's done, I want to go ahead and grab a sentiment. So I'm going to grab this Season's Greetings, and this is from the Simon Says stamp, Big Scripty Holiday Greetings, or Greetings Holiday, I think it's called. I'm going to pop this into my MISTI, and now I'm going to go ahead and line up my greeting right into the middle of my panel. Now the reason I'm doing all of this way and not cutting everything out is because this paper likes to bow a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and heat emboss this. So I'm going to use some Versamark ink and tap that down using my MISTI. Now my ink pad is a little bit dry, so I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I stamp that twice. Now this paper has a little bit of a sheen to it, so that's another reason I'm going to go ahead and make sure I tap that down twice. So that looks really good. I'm going to go ahead and remove the dies now because I wanted to make sure that was centered right in the middle of my paper as well. And I can go ahead and grab my white embossing powder, and I can sprinkle some of this onto my paper now. I'm just going to, now I totally forgot to use my embossing buddy, but I'm going to use a paintbrush, and I can go ahead and get off any of the extra that I have there. Now that looks good, and I did have a few little stray bits, so I'm going to get my paintbrush and knock off any of the extra that I don't want to be seen on my card. So I'm just going to brush that and get that out the way. Now I went ahead and made sure that I heated up my gun really well before I brought it to my card. So as you can see, it really heated up that embossing powder quickly. Now I'm going to bring that up. Now you can see that the paper bowed a little bit. It's just because of the paper, because it's not very thick. But don't let that bother you. I'm just going to kind of fold back the paper a little bit, and once I run it through my die cut machine, it's going to flatten it out some. So I'm going to grab back my dies, and I'm going to pop them right back over the sentiment, and then I'm going to go ahead and run this through my die cut machine, and it's going to smooth that paper out just a little bit more for me. So now everything's popped out, and I have a cute little frame, and then I have my little inlay piece. So here we go, quick and easy on this one, you guys. All I'm going to do is, I'm not going to use my tape runner. I'm going to use a wet medium on this. So I'm going to use my Tonic Studio glue for this one. All I'm going to do is run this wet glue around the back of this paper. Now there's two reasons why I'm going to use the wet glue. One, because the paper has bowed because of the heat. So that is, I really want this paper to lay flat. So that's one reason why I'm not going to use my ATG gun. So I'm going to go ahead and line that up right onto my card base, which is a 110-pound Neenah Solar White. And using the wet medium, you can really get that to lay down good on the paper. Now, this is where I made a boo-boo. I just realized that I put my frame on upside down. So I'm so glad that I did use a wet medium for this, because if I were to try to tear that off while using the tape runner, I would have totally teared it. So I'm just going to go ahead and add some more of that glue on there. and then I can flip that back over and lay that down the right way. See, thank God for wet medium on this one, you guys. This is what happens when you're making cards and you have a cold and you're not paying attention to what you're doing. So I'm going to go ahead and press that down and we're all good. So now I'm going to go ahead and I can glue on the middle piece. So I'm going to go ahead and line that glue up around the outside, and then I am going to lay some down in the middle as well. And I can go ahead and take this and pop this in the middle. Now I liked doing it with the die that has the double stitching because I'm going to get the nice stitching across the middle of my card as well as the outside of it. Now right now you can see a little bit of white around the edges, but once this dries back and everything is laid down flat, you're not going to really see that. And look how easy that card was to put together. It looks perfect with all that stitching on this card. Now to finish this card off, I'm not even going to add any sequins, you guys. I'm going to grab some Nuvo drops in glossy white, and I'm just going to pop 3 of these down in 2 of the corners. And these make for really great, easy cards. So make sure to pull out that paper, some of your dies, your Nuvo drops, and get busy on those last minute cards. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in another video very, very soon. Have a great day, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye-bye.